Hey guys, Justin Brawl here again for the third time. Now I'm going to do My Hero Academia 127. Sir Nighteye, Izuku Midoriya, Mirio to God, and All Might. We just got an introduction to Nighteye for psychic to All Might. And you have to make him laugh in order to work with him. But since Izuku made a face of All Might in the last chapter, he responded with saying, Are you making fun of All Might? Now we're going to see more of the personality of this guy, so let's get right to it. I did say before I wasn't planning on doing My Hero Academia for tomorrow, but I realized I had enough time on my hands, so I think I'll just get this out the way. You little bastard. Where are you playing at? Wearing that face? Is Sir a gentleman or a maniac? Are you in shock, having realized that I am All Might's former psychic? That's... I love it in there. All Might doesn't have wrinkles like these. When's he... For his normal face, the wrinkles beneath his eyes are approximately 0.06 centimeters, and from the Silver Age on, 0.8 centimeters. Nowadays, even non-licensed merchandise is made so that one can easily identify which era is modeled after. Wait, hold up. There's all Might related goods here around the office. No wonder, no matter where you look. Could that be the not for sale 10th anniversary tapestry? I want it. There's no mistaking it. This person is without a doubt an All Might super fan. How utterly offensive. I'm afraid I must ask you to leave. The vinegar suicide incident. Are you aware of it? A middle school with a quirk that could alter the properties of water was drowning in a river. That was the name given to the incident after All Might rescued them. The middle schooler who had entered a state of panic changed the water to vinegar, but All Might jumped in anyway and suffered damage to his eyes. That smile that he showed during the interview immediately afterwards, as he was squinting his eyes, that was the face I chose for my impression. Oh! That's what he was going with. Of course I am well aware. It occurred after I paired up with him, after all. The NHA television special, looking back on the old days, touched upon it briefly. Back-to-back conversation between two fanboys. In particular, that line that All Might said after the middle schooler thanked him was incredibly witty. Don't mention it. Thanks to you, my person's skin looks 10 years younger. The person's skin part was just perfect. You little... Were you just testing me? Not at all, but you see, the man himself is always around my school, so it's kind of hard for me to nerd out about him. So I just got excited before I knew it. The crux of the accident was the middle schooler's background. Right you are. The weight of his words is completely different from those who had... Mirio-kun? Who's that kid? He's another classmate of mine. Yes, indeed. Although he wasn't able to get a laugh out of Sir, considering the end result, he made a good entrance, I wager. In order to succeed your current level of strength, you wish to enter under me, is that right? Yes, sir, I beg of you. About the contract, I've got it right here. Do not interrupt me while I'm talking. I provide my stamp on that sheet of paper. The contract will be made official. That's correct. This is far from your usual carefree internship that you get from a common business where you only work from one day to a week. At the very least, you'll be employed over a month. Of course, you will receive compensation. Although you are still a first year with a large class load, you will be forced to take many authorized absences. You'll find yourself unable to keep up with your classmates. You still have to match their pace, or I'll never make it to the top. And no, he missed. You missed. That's because I don't feel like stamping it. What? I'm already embarrassed and he's going on like this. That you would reap from working here. However, I am benefited by employing you. How am I benefited by employing you? This gets just... I'm just going to keep doing this because he's doing that too. I was like constantly missing. This office gets by just fine with 2 sidekicks and 1 student intern. How exactly would I profit from taking you in? What can you contribute to society? How can you benefit to others? If you wish for me to acknowledge you, you must demonstrate that to me. All I demonstrated is using his abundant power and humor. He granted hope to those frightened by crime, and that's why the masses accepted him. How can I be useful to society? What profits can my company gain from your presence? You are to demonstrate that to me not with words, but with actions. 3 minutes. I challenge you to take this stand for me in 3 minutes. If you wish to work in my company as a hero, then stamp this paper by yourself. What? In other words, I'm giving you a chance. In spite of the fact that you don't have a humorous bone in your body. How about that? Aren't I nice? Mirio, Bubble Girl, leave at once. Okay. That wasn't lively at all. Yes, sir! Did you have to do a practical interview like that? I was nominated by Sir, so no I didn't. Sir's really taking to this kid. Sir's really taking to this kid already, huh? Jeez! I'm like super jelly. Did you just seriously say jelly? Ha, wow. But this isn't looking for good for Midoriya-kun. There's darkness in his future. Considering Sir's quirk, clearing this condition is all but impossible. His quirk, huh? What is his quirk, by the way? That's more I won't even try to lay a hand on you. And you're free to attack me however you like. I care not what happens in this room. Now try and take it. A full frontal assault. Or so you let me to think. But actually, you'll launch another attack from above. As I thought, but I've seen through it all. If I get the better of him watching many moves, for now you should put us distance between us, and do fret at the reality that you cannot possibly prevail over my Foresight. His quirk is in quotes Foresight. Sir Nighteye, quirk, Foresight. But using any part of his targets and matching his gaze with theirs, he is able to see the actions that that person will take in advance for the period of 1 hour. He's able to read, so basically a quirk that allows him to read a person's mind. Not mind reading exactly, but able to knows in advance what the person will do. For the time span of an hour. Midoriya's like back into a corner here. I had quite high expectations as to what kind of person you would be, but although you do hold your reverence to the symbol, you are in every sense of the word mediocre. The villains have grown all the more enthusiastic in these times where we've begun to see shadows on the horizon than as I thought. Mirio should have been the one to inherit one for all. Huh? Midoriya's face, Izuku's face is like, one for all to go to Senpai? Even though I have immense respect and have affection for All Might, but purely on the matter of his successor, although it was his will, I cannot fathom his intentions. As I thought? Does that mean Togo Senpai was a candidate for All Might's successor? Did he even know that? Nighteye and All Might held him in high regard? But yet, was All Might aware of all this too? If he knew, then why didn't he say a word to me? Do you realize do you really have the leisure to spend so much time mulling things over? Or could it have been that you're tired? You run out of ideas? When Mirio said he wanted to introduce you to me, I was surprised. Let me say it flat out. There is someone much more worthy of one for all. I do not acknowledge you in the slightest. Oh, wow, man. Hear that from him? That really burned. That really stings. You can't become a hero. The words he said to me that day, they were everything to me. Surpass him, surpass him. So much that he can't even react, even if he can't see it. Everything that has happened between me and All Might up until now. Do you think I'll listen to all that being denied and take it sitting down? All Might, show! I'll be stamping those papers now. All Might shows me. I'll get you to acknowledge me, no matter what. I'm not the same as I was back then, when I had grown accustomed to being denied by everyone. And my God, Nighteye with the freaking remarks he's making, and he held nothing back to Izuku. We found out that Togata Senpai was supposed to be, well, at least Nightaye's eye, the true successor for One for All. I don't think Togata Senpai knows about that, and All Might do know about that, but he chose Izuku instead. Now the fact that Izuku is now the successor of One for All, we don't see the relationship between these two going down in the future. But right now Izuku's determined to get that for Nighteye to accept him, like All Might did. So we have to wait until next week to see how that happens. So until then, leave a like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you all next time for the next video. Bye bye.